How is the Chief Justice selected? Ano ba ang proseso ng selection ng Chief Justice?
Under the Constitution, there is the body which would vet the qualifications of candidates or aspirants, and at the same time nominate to the position in the judiciary.
That is the Judicial and Bar Council.
That is the Judicial and Bar Council.
Now, Dan, it's supposed to be an independent thing, right?
Yes.
All right. And it's supposed to give candidates to the president. That's how it is. This is not only for the Supreme Court, but in the entire judiciary. Di ba ang judiciary?
Judges and justices.
And yet, in the selection of judges, the president's men are always there. What does that say about the independence of the Judicial and Bar Council?
The Judicial and Bar Council measures the minimum qualifications of the nominees and would also measure the intangibles: competence, probity, independence, and integrity. That is where the biases come in, no? And most likely, well, there is some quarters believe that there might be non-objective considerations going into the process. Precisely, the existence of the JBC is to precisely, yun nga, i-insulate talaga ang proseso ng pag-select ng judges.
Kaso, ginagawa ba yan na talaga ng JBC ngayon?
Well, doon sa mga lower positions in the judiciary, posibleng nagagawa yan.
Okay.
Pero doon sa mga talagang matataas na.
Tell me what is the matataas na.
Kung palagay mo doon sa Court of Appeals, Supreme Court, most probably itong Ombudsman, iyan ay marami ng sinasabi nga ni Dan, mga subjective consideration. Because there are two qualifications. One is objective. Ano yun? Citizenship, age, practice of law. And yung mga subjective, yun ang mga probity, integrity, independence, moral character, etc. Yan ay subjective na. So, dun sa mga objective qualifications, wala silang magagawa dyan eh. That's on record. Pero dun sa mga subjective, meron.
Itong SALN, ano yan? Objective or subjective?
Well, ang SALN is supposed to be objective. Pero, it could be also subjective in the sense na hindi man posible hindi require lahat. Di ba?
Okay. Sa inyong palagay, ang JBC ba, ang Judicial and Bar Council, is it doing what it should be doing under the Constitution? Meaning to say, is it giving the best candidates to the President without fear or favor?
Sa palagay ko sa ngayon, kahit na ang sadya na paggagawa ng Judicial and Bar Council, maiwasan ang politika. Kaya inilista natin yung commission appointments para sa judiciary. Pero palagay ko, nandiyan pa rin ang intrusion ng partisan politics, lalo-lalo na yung kagustuhan ng Pangulo kung sino ang kanyang ilalagay.
Sino ang kinukuusap o sino ang binubulungan ng Pangulo para mailagay yung pangalan dyan? At saka hindi lang mailagay ang pangalan dyan, yung pangalan ng kanyang gusto, talagang ando dun sa first three.
Isaalang-alang po natin yung composition po ng JBC. No? Kung talagang may gustong ipasok ang presidente sa mga high appellate positions sa Korte po, andyan po ang Secretary of Justice na siya po ay in-appoint siyempre ng Pangulo na bahagi ng kanyang cabinet. Nandyan po ang siyempre Representative of Congress na kung kaalyado po yan sa Pangulo ay ibig sabihin talagang mag-uusap sila ng Pangulo kung sino ang isasama sa listahan. At siyempre nandyan yung Chief Justice to preside.
But there's only three. Judicial and Bar Council is 7, I think.
Opo, kasi may 4 na regular members.
Yun.
Na dapat yun ang parang caution.
Silang nagbibigay ng independence.
Correct po. Pero isipin po natin ulit, alalahanin na sila lahat po ay mga appointees po din ng Pangulo, no? So,
pero meron definite term sila.
Opo, may tenure, but ilan po kasi sa kanila ngayon ang halimbawa ay nanggaling sa dating administrasyon at ilan yung pinangalanan ng kasalukuyang administrasyon. Mahalaga pong factors sa voting
At saka
pattern.
itong mga miyembro ito, they can be reappointed.
Of course.
Ayun ang mali ninyo. Don't you think Congress should say only a certain amount of time and no reappointment para hindi, they do not act in such a way that they will be reappointed again?
Well, that mabuting polisiya yan. Pero tingnan natin ang saligang batas. Kung doon sa saligang batas sinasabi na sila ay can be reappointed. Kung nandoon sa saligang batas yan, hindi natin pwedeng baguhin ng ordinary legislation. Kailangan natin i-amenda ang saligang batas.
Well, hindi po talaga maiwasang isipin na may backroom negotiations.
It's obvious.
Kasi ganito yan, Winnie. Kung sino ang gusto ng Pangulo, lumalabas na sa media. Hindi ba? Pag lumabas na yung shortlist, ay nandoon na yun.
In other words, if the JBC it's a waste of money, meron tayong next Chief Justice now. Who are the candidates?
Ang kandidato, siyempre ang pinaka-senior dahil tinanggihan ni Justice Carpio yung nomination of the IBP.
Do you think he should have rejected the nomination?
Well, I think there are practical considerations.
What are the practical?
In that decision not to buy for the position of Chief Justice. I don't think he will be appointed by the President anyway. Because of his position in the West Philippine Sea.
Well, kami po, we nominated him. So
you nominated him?
We nominated him, so we wanted him to accept the nomination.
In other words, that's where the politics comes in.
What he's saying is that the position is not vacant because the removal of Sereno was unconstitutional.
Who are the other?
Well, currently, ang nakatoka po, of course, the next most senior is Justice Teresita de Castro. And next to her is Justice Dado Peralta and Justice Lucas Bersamin. But a junior justice in the sense that junior siya sa pecking order ng Supreme Court, but really senior na in the judiciary is of course, former presiding Justice Andy Reyes of the Court of Appeals, who is now also with the Supreme Court. Plus, isang RTC judge na nag-apply.
I mean, can they not, on their own, bring out for nomination these people who are of probity, integrity, competence, etc.?
I think motu proprio is out of the question because
they cannot.
They cannot.
What do you think of these 5, Edcel?
Well, I think if we strictly enforce the rules of the Judicial and Bar Council, walang lulusot yan.
Bakit?
Ganito yan. Unang-una, kami ay naghain na.
Sinong kami?
Yung members of the Magnificent Seven in the House.
Okay.
Ng impeachment complaints against 7 of the associate justices who voted to oust former Chief Justice Sereno in a controversial and improvident.
But there were 8 justices who voted against, who voted the quo warranto was okay.
Yes, because yung isa ay nasa ombudsman na, si Justice Martires.
Okay.
So, hindi na siya ngayon incumbent for culpable violation of the Constitution and betrayal of public trust.
How will your impeachment charges impact on this 4's appointment to the Supreme Court?
Malaki ang impact sapagkat merong rule ang Judicial and Bar Council na lahat ng mga aplikante for a judicial position na merong pending administrative cases ay hindi pwedeng mag-qualify. Ngayon, itong impeachment complaint ay mas seryoso pa sa administrative case. At meron pang ibang patakaran ang Judicial and Bar Council. Yung sinasabi kanina ni Dan na they should have probity, integrity, independence, at yung fealty to moral and ethical standards. Dito sa aming hinain na impeachment complaints ay hindi sila magkwa-qualify because unang-una, independence. Sila ay sumuko dun sa kagustuhan ng Pangulo na tanggalin si former Chief Justice Sereno. At si Pangulo mismo nagsabi, iyan, si Chief Justice Sereno ay aking kalaban. She is my enemy. And he publicly disclosed that. Pagkatapos naman, dun sa tinatawag natin moral and ethical standards, pwede ba naman na meron kang moral and ethical standards na meron kang continuing ill will and bias against Chief Justice Sereno, ay hindi ka nag-inhibit dun sa adjudication ng kaso laban dun sa
In
iyong
other words,
kalaban.
you're saying it's not only the impeachment charges, it's the basic moral and ethical standards of these 4 justices. Do you agree with that analysis?
Kami po kasi ay nanindigan na, well, ang basihan namin sa pag-nominate kay Justice Tony Carpio was seniority, no, to somehow establish a pattern of predictability na hindi nalilihis ang kung sino mang nakaupong Pangulo, nasundan na lang yung tradition of seniority para hindi na magkaroon ng mga sikuhan, no, papunta doon sa posisyon ng Chief Justice. At kung mananatiling ganun sana, ay at least may pattern of predictability, no? At maganda sana sa mga nagpa-practice yan sa batas dahil makikita na ito na nga talaga yung succession sana. Ay kaso nagkaroon pala ng impeachment complaint. So, ngayon, talagang kung yan ay sasabihin ng JBC na pending administrative complaint, bukas na naman ang listahan, ang papasok lang doon na walang kaso ay yung natitira doon sa mga justices na hindi bumoto sa pagpapatalsik kay Chief Justice Sereno.